Ooh, it's just gone 9 a.m. by 2 minutes. Yes, I'm just starting my day, and I can see that all the files have been transferred across. These were all yesterday's. These were all yesterday's footages, and it's a lovely, I'd say summer's day, but it's obviously spring slash summer. It's absolutely lovely these days. I know I don't have the freedom to go for a drive, pop in it at a restaurant, or take out or drive through at the moment. But on the other hand, you've got an almost cloudless sky. There are clouds out there, but they're very faint. There's lots of them, but faint. Birds are chirping, the sun is out. It looks like it could be overcast. It's not overly bright, but satisfyingly bright. Anyway, the files have been transferred, so now I'm going to make the beans on toast, sit down and watch my latest upload, which I looked at my email, when I got the email alert, it was around 12:30. But yesterday I was just because I was so much on the computer that my attention span was very lower than normal, danger levels. So I didn't watch anything on the TV in terms of, in particular, Batwoman or University Challenge. So what did I do? I started playing music. I always go play music on YouTube. Music from my childhood, or well, teenage years. So that'd be all the 80s music. It all started off with with that 8-bit guy's intro. From there I just went back to the 80s, and I remember playing Wine Paris, Dolce Vita, and then I played a lot of Eurovision songs. It's the happier times of the last couple of decades have been watching the Eurovision. I never used to. They used to be on, but now I used to look forward to it. And it's just nice to hear these Europop music. And the ones that win are really catchy. And the ones that you think should win and don't win just stay in your mind. So I played all the ones I remembered. And because it's YouTube and I had it on the TV and I connected the phone to it, I could cast to it. I was able to create a playlist. So every time I saw a song, I added it to the queue. And it wasn't just Euro songs, but UK pop songs from the late 70s and the early 80s. I used to get a lot of Adam and the Ants singles as a teenager, so I played all the, and I like the B-sides of them. There's a couple in particular that I like to listen to over and over again. Plus Ian Dury. So any songs that are funny, witty songs. So that's just an example. So that went on for hours. I actually had it I was playing it in the background while I was making a sandwich last night. So that's all I've been watching, and then after that, I had enough of YouTube. I thought it was time to get off it, and I did. The thing is, it must have been on ITV2, because when I turned the telly on just now, it went straight to ITV2. The Ellen show was on. So what was I watching on ITV2 last night? Oh, coming back to me. Oh yes, Mad Max, that's it. Mad Max Fury Road was on. And as I don't remember the end, I think I channel hopped from that, which is unusual for me for a Mad Max film. So I channel, but that's still on ITV2. Or did I channel hop? I don't know. I must have got interrupted by an alert to say there was a podcast going live on Twitch, and it was by an FX company in the UK collaborating with another YouTube channel to do with films, independent film production, and they all five of them appeared on Twitch, so I thought I'd watch it, listen to it in bed, which I did. And when I woke up, my phone had died, there was no battery, so obviously I was listening to the Twitch podcast, and I just zonked out. So I watched the rest of it in bed just now before starting my day. So I'm looking forward to watching the recently uploaded video. I did a quick scrub and it looked okay. I nearly made a howler before the export yesterday because Shotcut has this feature now called, I've mentioned it before, preview scaling. So although I can play a basic clip, a normal clip at the resolution intended, or quality or definition. When I come to add effects to it, like a blur or titles, then it shudders. There's a lag. But preview scaling means you can fool the graphics card to think it's a lower resolution. So instead of 1080p, which is HD or UHD, I can drop down to 720, or even, well, I choose the lowest one. I think it's 380 or 280, which is not H, it's just SD. But you get a nice smooth playback. So I left it on that mode when I was doing some gimmicky effect where I had a split screen, where I had a photo on my left comparing, there was a look that looked similar to something. So I did it at 280p when I was putting it together. And when I I was checking all the text before I did the export, and again the text looks distorted at 280p. So when I put it back to normal and I see the true quality of the text, while I was checking these text fields, I came across the special effects field, so I was curious about that. So I clicked on that and I saw that image had disappeared. And because it's relative to the pixels, so it moved out of the shot, because 1080 is big, 280 is small, so it had shrank or something. It didn't shrink, but it disappeared off the screen. But so while I was at the normal resolution, I managed to move it back into place, and avoid a catastrophe. I mean, there could be some catastrophes when I watch it later, but that tube meant a lot of fades than normal, but luckily it still exported without any problem. So yeah, so I avoided a howler there. That really would have set the tone for the rest of today, especially when last week was just crazy. I mean, the whole weekend was just gone trying to fix a problem with the export. So, and there you have it. We're all up to speed now. I've seen Maggie call the trouble with Maggie call. I've seen that now. I've seen a Project Blue Book. I'm just repeating myself because I've covered this in a previous video, probably yesterday's video, which I haven't edited yet because that comes later. I was thinking of going out for a walk, but then I thought no, it's not worth it. Now it's warm and hot, I'll only get hot and sweaty. I do perspire quite heavily under normal or abnormal circumstances. Right, I think I've come to a point now where I'm going to switch off the laptop, go in the kitchen and microwave some baked beans. Doesn't matter. What's time? Time is relative. So I've decided to use Kden Live as a video editor for today. That's because I don't know. I'm not going to even say why because I've seen it in previous videos. So yes, I'm giving Kden Live a go. To be honest, I like it for its functionality, which is why I'm hesitant to talk about it, because that was the reason why I liked it last time. It's like Shortcut though, with the the playback. I felt like I've already mentioned this before, but I thought I don't know. I just want to try it out again. I think I edited one video. I searched for my videos for Caden Live, and it only brought up one, and it wasn't a video I edited with Caden Live. But as I watched it, it mentioned a video I was editing with Caden Live, so I knew which video I did use. So I found that one and looked at it, and it looked okay. I think it's because it's got bells and whistles. This and it's a freeware editor. And I thought maybe there might have been there has been an upgraded version. I think the one I used was a September 19 version. This one is a December 19 version. Yeah. Playback is like Shotcut, but Shotcut has a descaling preview. A descaling preview. And well, Caden Live hasn't, but it has a proxy option, which means you can drop the resolution so it can be playable, but it didn't seem to work. I think there was a missing path or something, a file on a missing path. So I've been playing with the intro. It's 40 seconds long. And then I was trying to work out the export. The export's really basic, really raw. So I'm thinking, Caden Live may have all these bells and whistles, but when it comes to a simple export, you really have to think like a programmer. And you can't, once you play around with the settings, you can't go back to the default. So I don't know, I could see myself going back and installing DaVinci Resolve, or I'll just move on from the intro to the normal clips and see how it goes. Something to do on a Saturday. Just preparing my my lunch. The time, actually it's gone, I reckon it's gone 4. Because when I stopped it was 3:30, 10 to 4. I think that was the reason why I stopped, because I thought, well, if I want to have chili con carne, it'll have to be around the 3 o'clock mark, and it was pushing towards 4. So I'm going to have chili con carne and watch Batman. Yes, I was going to watch Batwoman after I watched my video, but I now wanted to. I started watching YouTube videos on top 7 free video editors, and I thought it was okay. Caden Live is like Shotcut, but it's got bells and whistles, and it could be fun, and it could be better since September's version. So now I know it doesn't really, I don't know, I'm going to stick with it. It's something to do on a Saturday, as I said. Oops, sorry, a bit of a repeat there. I'm using Caden Live, and I'm trying really hard to use it. I'm going crazy. It's, oh my god, it's so different to what I'm used to. I mean, shortcut keys in particular, just to get a clip onto the timeline using the keyboard. There are letters of the keyboard I can press that will send it straight to the timeline, but it's not working. I'm having to drag it, which is okay, fine. That's just one example. Now I need to make the soundtrack louder than usual, but instead of it being in decibels, it's in percentage. So I have to think. Normally I go up in decibels of 6, so 12 decibels is, what's that? I just don't know. I can't even fathom a guess. As a percentage, 200%, okay, it's twice as loud. I don't want it to be 200%. It's got to be 100 and... I have no idea. It does look like I'm going to be going to DaVinci Resolve really soon. But no, I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to see it out. Maybe I'll love the beast at the end. Right, it's currently daytime, 6:10. Next time you see me, the lamp will be on. And it might even be the next vlog. You might go into the next day. Anyway, this is a challenge. Something to do on a Saturday. I think that's the first time I've said that. That has to be the name for today's vlog. Something to do on a Saturday. Right. It's the final straw. I'm uninstalling Caden Live. This is another classic one. I've got a clip. I've just dragged it onto the timeline, and I'm saying action. Okay. So I play it. I hit action, and then I thought, oh, stop. Put a cut in. Delete the left. Right. Go back to the beginning. Play. And I'm saying action again. I keep saying action and action and action. So it's just insane. That's it. Caden Live is a no-no. Shame, really. All those bells and whistles. Shortcut is 1,000,000 times better. It's got so much promise, but it doesn't work. I think I may have to download a file, a fix file that I saw fleetingly in the forums. So I'm gonna uninstall it. 8 p.m. on the dot. I've just turned on the lamp and I'm whizzing through DaVinci Resolve. Funny that. I also remembered, so I'm always ahead of myself. I know what's coming. I was going to say as well that I've stopped watching Batwoman. I was 5 minutes into episode 2 and I just thought, no, this is a different world to what I expected. But then I thought, well, Pennyworth as well was a different world, but it had engaging characters. This one is a bit just too far away from my interest scope, and because of that, I've cancelled the series link, which I've done also for Arrow, Supergirl and The Flash. I thought, no, I'm not going to get back into that now. I just don't have the time really to backtrack. I'm just behind on them. There's no way I'm going to binge watch those sort of shows. So that's a bit of a relief really, because when you've got too much to watch, it becomes impossible to watch. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the edit. As I said, the keys were getting a bit dark just now, so I had to put the lamp on. I'm still using DaVinci and it's 10 to 12 and I'm still editing. I believe there's 4 more clips left, then the end credits. Now I'll kick off the export and then take the last break of the day.